Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Hypatios of Krete. And you will remember that in the last episode, we decided to assist our brother once again in protecting his kingdom as rebels are rising up within it. And here we find ourselves arriving just in the nick of time. You can see that the siege of Salerno is about to be finished in 3 days, and yet our army, led by Hypatios himself, is due to arrive in 2. So pure coincidence, honestly. We had to sail all the way back over from Crete, land here in, I believe it was Camarda or Cosenza or something along those lines, and walk all the way over here. 1 day. We had 1 day of leeway here, and we're going to get that good defensive building bonus. And that's probably going to be what it's going to take because we've only got 900 troops versus their 1276. So I think if they had captured this place before we got there, we would be in a lot of trouble. I think as long as the numbers work out, we should be safe in this fight here. So the days will pass, and looks like there we did indeed arrive just in the nick of time. Yeah, I can't believe how close that was, honestly. Pure luck, pure coincidence, but it seems that the gods are indeed favoring Hypatios here, so let's see how this battle will turn out. We're going up against the enemy commander here, Mayor Milad of the Seleucid dynasty. So that is very good. We will probably have a few events popping up because we were dealing with our prisoners. We managed to essentially offer up most of these prisoners in exchange for hooks. And that is helpful because a lot of these prisoners, such as this one here, Anastasios, is in the court of our enemy, Duke Theodoros of Athens, of House Skleros. So that's going to be pretty helpful to us, I suspect. And we will use those hooks if we need to. That should be a big advantage to us if we do plan on plotting against our enemy there. So you can see that the battle is successful here, and we have essentially won the war there pretty much. I don't think that they really have much hope of winning against us now. We're probably gonna go and siege down the enemy here, and then we'll go and deal with other matters. We have been appointed as Basileus Akakios' master of the hunt. Oh, all right. We're not really. We are a little bit of a hunter. So there we go. That's not so bad. All right, so we're gonna go and engage in the battle here in southern Italy. You can see I've renamed Sicily to Magna Graecia, which was a suggestion from the chat that I think makes a lot of sense. So here we go. We'll assist our brother by sieging down these lands, and Prince Basileus created a faction to install himself on the throne. The emperor did take Byzantium, or Constantinople, I should say, for himself. Obviously, he was going to do that, but Prince Basileus here still holds Cephalonia, so maybe he'll be able to use that. He's got a few counties to his name. Funnily enough, that whole war was started because Prince Basileus here is Catholic. Well, turns out that Basileus Akakios' son and heir is also Catholic. So the German connections here are just causing a lot of religious tension in the empire. So we'll see what happens if he ends up taking the throne, and if another civil war is in the making there. I imagine it might be. So it's siege time, so that's gonna be the typical, just wait until the sieges are done. So if any events come up in the meantime, I will let you know. Playing dice is often associated with the lower classes, gamblers, criminals, and those of little consequence, but even the upper echelons of society enjoy playing some good dice games. An acquaintance of mine who sees who enjoys these amusements has a spare pair of wooden dice that I can keep for myself if I'm interested. Well, not the crudest things out there. The pair of dice isn't remarkable by any means. Still, it's better to play with one's own dice that one can trust rather than rely on a stranger's dice, which could potentially be loaded. I don't waste my life playing games like games of dice. We might play some other things like, oh, I don't know, chess or something. I don't know if it was popular here in the Byzantine Empire at this time. Huh. Wow, okay, the game is definitely saying something here, considering that all of our children have been daughters. So we did have another daughter here, Antonia. Is that a good name? Georgia, Euphrasia, Theodicea? We'll temporarily call her, say, Gregoria, but if you got any suggestions, throw them in the chat. I think there were a few other ones here, but Gregoria is also, that's a good name, I think. So, well, we're up to changing our children's name if we find some good ones in the meantime. Ah, and we did get our new martial perk. So I'm gonna take I'm probably gonna go with, I think we're going to take Parthian tactics here. But what I want to do now is I would like to switch over to a theology focus. And that's partially mechanically so that we can get down here to get profit so we can reform the faith. But the way I see it is that fortune has really been favoring our dynasty. And we now have the holy site of Carthage under our control. We have plans to take Athens. We have plans to take Alexandria, and perhaps even more. I think that as Hypatios gets a little bit older here, he's starting to consider the more religious side of things, and in the position he has as the leader of the Hellenic world, not necessarily the Greek world, but the Hellenic Greek world in any case. And he's starting to take that a little bit more seriously, and he wants our religion to be strong. So we are going to switch over to the theology focus. And we're going to hope that we can get 4 perks before we die, because that minus 50% reformation cost is going to be the only thing that allows us to get enough points. If we wanted to reform the Hellenic religion here, we would need a lot of piety, too much to get in a reasonable amount of time. If we want to make any changes and stuff as well, which we probably will. So we're going to need that profit perk. We'll see if Hypatios can live long enough to get it. But I suspect that we might. We are currently, oh good, we got a little bit of money there. That's nice. And we might be able to do some ransom. Ooh, Duke Tryphon here. Oh yeah, he'll pay us a ransom. Hopefully that's not, yeah, the prisoner is not assisting us as well, so we're gonna make sure we get all the money that we can from him. So let's ransom his sister, and we'll ransom his... So I had to back out of the game for a second and reload because I accidentally gave Duke Tryphon's younger brother a gift. I thought he was in our prison, and so I just clicked, I thought I was ransoming him, and we were not, because he's actually not in our prison. He's in his brother's prison for some reason. So I just gave ourselves the money that we gave him the gift back. I don't think it matters that his younger brother has that money, so. But we do want to ransom Duke Tryphon here. Because that money is going to be a big help to us, so. And the war is pretty much done. I think that we can safely say he's probably surrendered by this point, so. What's going on here? Malta is... Oh, okay. Interesting. There's a couple little, like, civil wars and stuff going on there, so... I think once we defeat the rest of the Calabrian army here, then the war's probably going to be over. I suspect. There we go. Yeah, it's done. And good news that it is done indeed. So there we go. Kemeladin has been ousted from his position. You'll notice that Duke Kemeladin is no longer married to our sister either. In between the episodes there, I actually enforced a divorce between them because they hadn't consummated the marriage yet, or at the very least, she hadn't given him a child or anything like that. And we would not do to have our younger sister married to a man who would essentially go up against our dynasty. So we brought her back to Crete, and essentially, I think she told us that she didn't really have any interest in marriage any longer, and we kind of accepted that. So she has accepted a position with the faith. She's become a nun, and I think we'll kind of keep her around in our court. She can just kind of like do what she wants, honestly. You know, we've got a lot of daughters to take care of in terms of alliances and things like that, and we have an alliance here with our sister, so I think we can have a little bit of leeway with Princess Persephone here, and she can just kind of live off of being a princess of Crete and just kind of do her own thing. She doesn't need to get married. She can just do whatever she likes. I think that is completely fine, considering the way that we treat our family. So now that that is done, oh, can we get... we're probably not going to join it in time. Yeah, unfortunately, these tournaments are all so far away, and we are not able to make it there in time. So we can go and pay homage to our liege. We could hold court. We can do a couple things. Obviously, we're going to go up against... go up against Athens here. Look at... Oh, wow. Athens is so weak right now. So their ruler is possessed, which I think will give us even more drive and kind of make it a little bit more reasonable between the various lords of the empire that we would push our claim on Athens. It's a pretty scarce and scant claim that we have on Athens, but considering that everybody knows that there's this rivalry between Skleros and Argeus, and the current duke here is known to hear voices in his head and speak in tongues and things like that, I think that we may be able to push that claim on him there. So we're probably gonna do that. I think we may do that essentially immediately here. Indeed, let us see. Yeah, look at this. We just vastly outnumber him here. And that should be an easy win, I suspect. So we are going to declare war. We are going to take Athens. It has been a long time coming. We've been thinking of taking Athens here for quite some time. One thing that I will point out, there seems to be a bug. Somebody can tell me if this is a bug. I'm almost certain that it is. But the Holy Order, the Myrmidons, just disappeared. For no reason that I can tell. I'm pretty sure, somebody can go and maybe they'll remember from the last episodes. I'm pretty sure we had them housed here in Crete, but for some reason they just disappeared. So I might actually just give myself the piety and the money that we need to refound the Holy Order, because I'm pretty sure that was a bug. Well, I'll wait until next episode to do that, because we don't really need to do it just now, but if somebody has a reasonable explanation for why that happened, please let me know. But other than that, I don't really see any reason for that happening. So in any case, like I said, we probably don't need that when we are going up against Athens here. I don't think that they're going to stand much chance. We'll bring our brother in, and we'll probably be more than fine here, taking on Athens by themselves, being led by their Duke Theodoros here. He has a regent because he's, kind of crazy still, so Looks like our brother... Oh, what's going on here? My daughter and heir, Alexandra, has been invited to a gathering of peers by Duke Theodotos. She is packed and ready and clearly excited to leave for Nicopolis. Oh, well. Very well. All right. I hope that they do a fix in this. I don't feel... I mean, I think not. She would be annoyed here. But maybe, you know what? Maybe we would recall what happened to us when we went to go meet those peers and like the pirates that boarded our ship. And considering there's a war currently in play, you know, I don't know if we would let her go. It kind of sucks for her, but I don't think we would. An old woman passed away in Heraklion recently. Though a very humble villager, this beloved grandmother of all lived a long time, more than a century some claim. She was of a kind and virtuous temperament, and was also quite sharp and assertive, as she did her best to guide her community. She even received visitors from local nobles from other villages nearby, seeking her wise insights. Regardless, there have already been claims that her spirit will bless these lands for many more years to come. So Heraklion gets grandmother's blessings, so holding taxes and development growth, that's pretty good. Can we coax our brother into a battle here? You know what, we might be able to. He's starting to move, so we might be able to catch him. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Oh, he's heading to these islands. You know what, we're gonna follow him onto the islands and fight him there. A strange noise. I arrived back at my castron after a long, lonely walk. Another year older. I was born 33 years ago, so it saddens me that I've not heard from my wife Rakiza or any of my friends. I trudge along to my chambers, loneliness impeding my lazy feet, when I hear a clang and hushed whispers from down the hallway. What could it be? What a surprise! All my nearest and dearest friends have come together to wish me well as I begin this next year of life. There's even an entire table laden with saffron cakes, my favorite. Cannot believe that Rakiza, our wife, was the one who did this for us. Oh, that is just awesome. I would like to try to romance our wife. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's start a romance scheme on our wife here. Let us sing her a love ballad, write her a poem. Go with my gut in the moment. Yeah, let's do that. See, we declare our love for her and we pour out our heart page after page. We place the scroll on her bolster. She is most grateful for our kind words. The thought of rejection makes me sick. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it plays out. She's iffy about the whole romance thing, but you know, maybe she'd just take a little while to warm up to us. We're gonna take the biggest present here. What? We became the owner of an adorned Lahombre figure. What the heck is this? A man eating a Lahombre. Somebody in the comments, look that up for me. What the heck is it? Oh, this is amazing for us though. Monthly learning lifestyle experience plus 5% and health. Oh wow, this is a good item. Thank you for the amazing gifts, my friends. Let's put this statue up in our royal... No, it's not a royal court item. It's like a small handheld statue? Is that what we're looking at? Okay. We'll switch it out for the lock of hair. There we go. Okay, so... Yeah, okay, so it's just a small little statue, but... Huh, that's actually a pretty good trinket considering what we're trying to do here. The battle is engaged. Here we are going up against Ignatios and we will hopefully defeat him here in this battle quite handily, I'm sure. Oh, and we're not even doing it ourselves, actually. We've sent Tomas in to deal with the enemy. Very well. I mean, that's how dismissive we think of the Athenians, that we wouldn't even bother to go and chase them down and do battle with themselves. Although we may go to lead the siege here of Athens itself. We're going to take a little bit of attrition, 75 casualties. I'm willing to take that. Oh no, okay. Normally you don't say oh no when your wife gets pregnant in this game, but in this case it kind of does, because we're really hoping that we... Like, I want to play as Alexandra. I think she's going to be a good character, and we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see if we have a son or not. I'm very curious. Either way, we're going to go in and get this siege rolling in on Athens. I'm attending a dance in Heraklion to spend more time with my wife. The mere thought of touching hands makes my heart jump. When I arrive, I find her stuck in conversation with Mayor Phocas. The loathsome man drones on, totally oblivious to her discomfort. Yeah, you know what? My charms will improve any conversation. There we go. Let's do that, because that's going to put us at 100% chance of wooing our wife. Well, that is just excellent. So let's let the siege roll on by and see how that all winds up here. I don't suspect... The Athenian War ended up being not really much of a war at all. The rain is pouring down outside. My serene Despotisa Rikiza sighs as she looks out her window. How wretched Heraklion could be. I wish I had someone to keep me company during the long days and dreary nights. Is my darling a cat person or a dog person? A clever cat will be... Oh yeah, she could gain a pet cat. I don't mind that. Fear not, I will always be at your side. Or a loyal dog. I think she might be a cat person. No, she dislikes the cat. That's unfortunate. Well, she still has it though. So, I think. No, she just got rid of it. So there's a stray cat running around somewhere around our castle. But in any case, not too big of a deal there. Romance, a lady's honor, by Zeus. Your wife is an insufferable doxy. Have you seen how she tilts her head back? Oh dear. Dionysos. Vile lies, draw your sword, sycophant. You should apologize to the lady. Indeed, you should apologize very quickly, Dionysos. And be lucky that you keep your head for insulting our wife. We convince him to apologize. Good. Well, so it goes that we do in fact have a son and a new heir. So Alexandra will presumably not be our next character. I was kind of, I was definitely hoping that it would be Alexandra. But I wanted to leave it up to chance. There's nothing we could really do to prevent our wife from having a child. So this is just how it plays out. Now, the question is, there is the vague possibility of changing the gender laws here. Actually, is there? Equal... It does not appear to be the case. Yeah, no, so we can't even change the gender laws. So this is just the way of things. We're going to have a new son and heir. I'm okay with that. Look, he's got this good trait. He's got intelligent. So we do have to pick a good name for him. And I think we're going to temporarily just put it as Tiberios. But I'm going to get suggestions for our heir's name from you folks in the comments. I'm okay with this. Because he's got the good traits, and it's kind of nice that we had him at this older age, because when we take him over, he'll still be relatively young. So that's not too bad to see. And one can only hope that he will grow up to be a good ruler. So get those suggestions in the comments down below, because we're going to need a name for our son here. Despotisa Nikaret. Oh my gosh. Guys. Our brother, Bosporios, has died. Died while passed from a sudden virulent disease spreading through his army camp. Oh my god. We are the last brother Oh, look at our sister here. She really got in with the Hungarians here. She's taken on the full Hungarian dress. Our brother is dead. That is sad. We've lost all of our... We're 33 years old. We've lost 4 brothers in our time. 4 brothers. All dead. And none of them in good ways either. 2 in battle. Yeah, I believe it was... Yeah, 2 in battle. 1 during the war, so we can count as that. 1 drowned. So the curse of the male lineage seems to continue on. Well, hopefully little Tiberios, or whatever he ends up being named, actually ends up surviving. But wow, that is sad. So our young niece here is now on the throne of Magna Graecia. We're gonna have to be very careful about how we deal with this. We could use a hook to make sure we get this alliance. I think that we'll probably want to do that. You know what? I think we're going to use our weak hook on her to gain this alliance. Ooh, or are we going to try to take it over? We're not going to do anything with that yet. I want to know what you guys think in the comments about how this situation is going to play over. I don't think we would go to war with our niece, but we might see it as protecting Magna Graecia, you know? The idea that people might see this as a weakened realm and that they might try to take it over, or the emperor might try to enforce his will upon there. You know, we might push our claims against her just to, you know, protect it and protect her, really, from the machinations of the Emperor. I want to see what your guys' thoughts are on that. Do we make the alliance, or do we take Magna Graecia back and deal with it ourselves? I'll wait until you guys make a decision there. My daughter Alexandros seems to enjoy our latest feast immensely. We can give her the gregarious trait. We have been raising her ourselves, so we are going to accept that. There we go. We seized the wild antelope hide, famed wall ornament. Wow, nice. We've got a lot of hides to place on our wall. When Despotisa Rikiza suggested a hunt, I did not hesitate to organize one. I would do anything for a mere glimpse of my honeycomb. I'm stalking through the underbrush, a page at my heel, and my hound just ahead. It seems as if I have found a trail. Then my concentration is shattered by a woman's scream. I'm coming for you, my love. Quickly, let us rush ahead to find our dear love. Within what must have been a minute but felt like an hour, I've reached the clearing. She's disheveled and weaponless. Opposite her, just about to strike, is a huge stag. My arrow strikes true and the beast falls to the ground. For a moment, all Rikiza can do is stare, but then she stumbles towards me and falls into my arms. I need you, my love, right here and now. Rikiza has become our soulmate. Well, that is good news. Good news indeed. Let us assist with the siege here. And, oh, there we go. Siege is done, and the war is done as well. The Cretan claim on Athens. We can enforce our demands. We get the duchy. We get the fame. We get the prestige. And we enforce our demands upon them. So, look at this, Crete. You are looking really nice there. So, we don't actually hold Athens itself. We just hold the duchy title, so... how's that going to play out? Does that count as us holding the holy site? Let's see... Where would it say? Your realm does not hold at least 3 holy sites? I think it might count. Somebody let me know in the comments below if this counts, or if we're going to need to take Athens itself. But either way, it is within our realm, so I'm not sure if it's going to count or not. Let me know in the comments below. There's a lot of stuff going on in this right now. A lot of different things happened, and a lot of things that I want to get input from you in the comments about, so leave them down below the video. I will definitely try to read them before next episode. But until then, thank you for watching.